G'day, how's it team, and welcome back. Chrispy here, Chrispy's Kiwi Adventures, and guys, it's finally happened. I'm super stoked to announce that I am an ambassador for ThermTec Thermal Optics. Alright guys, yes, it's happened. It's been a while in the making, but they finally sent me my first product to review and use. Woohoo! And guys, this is straight off the... this is a brand new release. This was only released worldwide in 1st of September. So very, very excited to get this. It's their cutting edge technology and the absolute latest in handheld monoculars. So going to do a quick unboxing, but I just want to give you a quick rundown of ThermTec and who they are. They are a quite a fresh, really upcoming, newish type company. They started way back in 2011 with research and development, and it wasn't actually until about 2022 that they released their first actual handheld monocular, thermal monocular. So but from there, they have made big waves and getting a huge name for themselves in Europe and the UK. And now they're finally starting to branch out into Australia and actually here in New Zealand now. And if you're really keen and you like what you see when they do the unboxing and the testing later on tonight, these retail at Gun City. I'm pretty sure they are the only retailers of the ThermTec products at the moment here in New Zealand. So if you are interested, contact me or go and see your local Gun City. But guys, right, I'm going to get straight into it. And of course, I'm not a very technical person. So I'm not going to sit here and list off and rattle off a whole lot of numbers and figures and lens types and all the rest of it. I'm just going to throw a little few bits and pieces up on the screen. And if you want to have a really good look at it, pause it and you can go into the finer details. But yeah, we'll do that in a minute. Let's have a look at this puppy. So first of all, the boxing and the packaging is really nice. It's quite impressive. Straight away. Look at that, guys. It's all magnetized. There's no tape. Good thick cardboard. Real nice. So definitely screams of good quality, just even in the packaging. First of all, right on top, the actual unit itself, and it's in its own case. Got a carry case for it. Full MOLLE system on the back. Also got a clip here, and I'll show you what that's for. And it's also got D clips on the side. So we'll have a look at the unit in a minute, and I'll go through some of the other things that are in here. So here's a shoulder strap. Nice ThermTec written on there. So that's to hook onto those D clips for the bracket. And again, just another minimalist one as well. What else they got in here? Your manual, very well written, very simple, very basic terms as well, which is good, especially for people like me. And also, they have a QR there for the app that they run. So you can hook up on Android or iOS, and they have a full app that you can do everything, preview what you got on there. You can even use it as a screen. So you can actually have this machine on and be looking at your screen rather than looking in the eyepiece, which is quite cool because I remember using a friend of mine's, and I remember getting the old sunspots on my eyes. So yeah, I'm assuming that will be very cool on that as well. Also, they've got the wee handheld piece, so goes on the side of the unit so that you can have that on there so it doesn't fall off. Pretty cool. I think that's actually leather too, guys. Real flash. And I'll tell you what, guys, they even give you batteries and a battery charger. Check that out. So full digital battery charger and 2 batteries. So they claim that on these 2 batteries you can get 8 to 10 hours of runtime. So that's quite impressive. I will be testing that in time, but that's their claim, and I will take their word for it. And also couple of USB cables for charging. So even once the battery's in this unit, you can actually charge as well. You don't have to take the battery out and charge the batteries separately. And a nice little lens cloth. Even the lens cloth has got their name on it. Very impressive. Alright, so guys, that's the boxing part of it done. Let's have a look at the actual unit. It's quite a big carry case. Feels like there's quite a bit of room in there. I dare say it might rattle around a little bit in there. I might look at getting a slightly smaller, tighter unit. Check that out, guys. ThermTec Wild 650D. And guys, straight up, the D stands for dual lens, and we'll go into that right now. So something they've developed is a dual lens system on their handheld monoculars, and I think they also do it on their scopes now as well. And basically they have a ring up here in the front, and it has two little notches, a single notch and a double notch. And basically when you turn that ring around, you engage the next lens. So the two lenses are a 25mm lens and a 50mm lens. Now what this is it means that you get a pure optical zoom, not a digital zoom like some of the other units out there. This still has a digital zoom, but what happens with a digital zoom when you come in close is, as you all know, the picture fuzzies up and the pixels get a bit pixelated and you lose the quality of your picture. This, however, because it's running a optical lens, when you're on the 25mm, and I'll flick over to an example here. When you're on the 25mm lens, you have a wide field of view. And then when you turn the actual ring, you bring in the 50mm lens, which zooms in, but also narrows down your field of view. Pretty impressive, eh? And of course, you still may have to focus a little bit, but it shouldn't change too much. And then, of course, you zoom in with the digital zoom, and you can see the picture does get a little bit fuzzy, but you can still focus that and make it better. And then, of course, you zoom back out, and you're back to square one again. Pretty impressive feature, guys. Yeah, pretty good, isn't it? This unit has also been made for one-handed operation. Now, the whole thing fits in your hand like that. It's not too deep. It's just a nice fit. And they've set out the buttons on top to accommodate that as well. The on-off button right at the front here, you flick that on, 3 seconds startup. So in 3 seconds, you are ready to go. Just like that, bang. Flick that or hold it down. 3 seconds, you are searching for your prey. Focus knob or focus wheel, I guess they call it, right in the center there. Real easy, nice and smooth. Little bit of resistance, but yeah, real smooth. Right up the top here, they have another button they call the capture button. Now this button, you just hit once quickly, will take a photo. You hold it down for a second and it will start recording. And these units also have internal storage. I can't remember exactly what it is. It'll come up on the technical info that I put up. But yeah, so that's your capture button. And then this thing here, this orange toggle button, is your multi-function button. And you can pretty much do everything from this. You can bring up your menu. If you go to the right, it brings up all your different color palettes, and we'll go through that now. So if I go to the right and keep scrolling through the right there, it brings up all the different color palettes. And quite a few, eh? Pretty cool. And then if I go to the left, it does the AI range finding. Not sure how accurate it'll be, and I'm guessing being AI, it will learn and get more accurate as we go on, but time will tell on that one. I won't be using it as a absolute go-to. It'll just be as a rough estimate. So yeah, and then of course you go forward on the toggle switch and that zooms in, and then you bring it back and it'll zoom back out. Pretty impressive. You've also got your diopter adjustment in the back here, and plenty of eye relief there. And it's actually not too bad. It's not so big that even with my glasses, it's I can still get close enough to see the entire screen. So guys, pretty impressive unit. The actual cover sits back quite nicely. It doesn't flop around. Closes nice and solidly. Overall, first impressions, really nicely well-made unit. It's all rubberized, and yeah, very cool. They say it's pretty much waterproof and drop-proof as well, and dust-proof. So I'm going to put it through its paces and see exactly what it is. Hopefully I don't wreck it, but yeah. So I'm going to be heading off tonight on a hunt. I've got 2 properties to go and do some pest control on, mainly rabbits, and I'm going to put it through its paces tonight. It's actually threaded there for a standard camera mount, so I'm going to mount it to my tripod, and here's the old battery compartment in there. So I'll load up a battery in there, and I'm going to, like I say, set it up on my tripod, and I'm going to use it as a spotoscope and also as a camera. So I'll try and get some video footage tonight of some rabbits, maybe some scenery, and just do some testing and see what it's like. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to throw up some technical information here on screen. Feel free to pause on that if you want to, just to check it all out. And then otherwise, we're going to go hunting, and I'll see if I can throw some clips in here. And then afterwards, I'll give you a bit of a, first impressions of what it's like in the field. Man, I've got to say, this thing is just absolutely phenomenal. It is an absolute game changer. As you can see, it is black as out there. The torch on this camera isn't actually penetrating far, is it? But my goodness, this thing is phenomenal. It's an absolute game changer. I'm absolutely sold on it. Oh, team, I ended up hunting 3 different farms tonight. 3 on the first one, 6 on the second, and another 3. We're juvenile here and a couple of bigger ones. Absolutely loving this, guys. Yeah, it is a game changer, absolute game changer. Right, I'll head home now. It's pretty late, and we'll do a bit of a review for you. Alrighty, team, so it's the next morning. Went for a hunt last night on a few properties, and am I impressed? I'll tell you what, guys, that's an understatement. This thing is phenomenal. The one-hand ease of use, just crazy. I actually set this up on my tripod, and I actually used that for stability, and also I could leave it on the tripod recording while I was taking my shots with my actual rifle and the PARD night vision attachment that I've got. So guys, this thing was absolutely phenomenal. The first farm I went to, I didn't actually do any recording. I was just trying to get used to it and just get my head around it. It was sort of semi-dusk, not quite dark, and this thing just, I was blown away with the ease of use. Went to next farm, was dark by then, started shooting a bit, realised the time was all wrong, and then realised that I hadn't actually downloaded the app. So I downloaded the app, and that synced everything. It synced the time, but also gave me another feature that I just couldn't believe, and that was a bit of a game changer for me. So, yeah, overall impressions of this, guys, absolutely phenomenal. Just love it. Everything worked as it should. It wasn't too heavy, especially being on the tripod, and gee whiz, it punches a long way through the dark. I couldn't believe it. It was a black night last night, and this thing, I could see rabbits on the other side of the farm. Phenomenal. I did try out the range finding AI function on it. They weren't deer, they were donkeys, granted, but I put it on the deer function, and there was a little bit of a discrepancy. As you can see in the pictures here, the donkeys were fairly close together, but the ranges were showing a 5 meter discrepancy between them, and it was jumping from 4 to 5 meters without the animals actually moving. So I'm guessing the actual AI function will in time learn and be a bit more accurate, but as an overall estimate, it worked perfectly because the donkeys were anything from about 15, 18, 20 meters away. So it was pretty correct. Very impressed with that side of things. But guys, the thing that really blew me away was the app. And once I downloaded this, I realized that there was a function on here that just, got me very excited. So first of all, you can look up all your photos and your videos straight away. You just put in, you set it up on a Wi-Fi or WLAN connection. So you just basically, you set that up at the beginning, and then basically once that's on, all you've got to do is find it on your device and click it on it, and you go on to the network sharing, I guess it is, or whatever it is, and it instantly downloads all your videos and photos that's in the machine. Now, the thing that really excited me though was it's got this thing called Live View, and I'm going to show you that now because I've got this machine on, and I'll flick that on there, turn it around, and look at that. All of a sudden, you have a monitor. So look at that. We've got, what have we got on the, oh no, dishes are away. A little bit of rubbish from last night, but it has got the live function view. So it turns your phone or your iPad or anything you're using into a monitor, which means you don't have to actually look through the viewfinder all the time. You can set this up on a tripod like I did last night and look through the monitor and then just pan. You can pan across the paddocks or up into a valley or whatever and just look at your monitor, and that'll show you. So obviously this is during the day, this is the morning, so things will be a bit weird, and it might not be in focus either because, it's just an example, guys. But so impressed. And on that app, you can run multiple devices. So if you've got one of their scopes or a couple of handhelds or whatever, you can run them all on there and, keep everything all tickety-boo. So guys, as a wrap-up, this thing is everything they say it is. It is absolutely phenomenal, and it's a total game changer. And with the fact that DOC have now allowed handheld thermal monoculars on DOC land, this is going to be coming away on every single deer hunt, goat hunt, or whatever I do, because with a 2 to 2.5K range, you can save yourself a lot of walking just by scanning the valley and trying to pick up heat signatures. And if you can pick up a few heat signatures, well then, hey, you go into that valley. If there's nothing in there, you go to the next one. Absolute game changer. So, hopefully might put some more venison in the freezer. Very cool piece of kit. And guys, I will be using it a lot. So you'll be seeing it in a few more videos. So I'm going to go and plan my next hunting trip and where I can take this. But until then, guys, happy hunting.